Hi, I'm Fashion. Welcome to Fabhair.com. We're here in the awesome studios of Solar Salon in Westchester, New York, showing you how to do an install weave sew-in with the wefted hair from Fabhair.com. This hair is amazing, 100% virgin Brazilian hair. This hair is tangle-free, shed-free. It's not going to give you any issues when you're wearing it. You're going to love using, buying, installing, getting the install. Whatever you're going to do with this hair, you're going to absolutely love it. I love it myself. I've been wearing this hair for a really long time. Actually, the hair I have in now, I have been using for a little over a year. Will your hair last for a year? Absolutely. You just got to take care of it. So that's the key. So today I'm going to show you how to install it. I already have my braid down pattern braided up on my awesome client, Kristen. And you are going to learn how to do this yourself or watch it so you know what to expect when you're going to get it done. Maybe it's a video that you want to share with other friends. You might want to share it with your stylist. You know, share it with as many people as you want to. You and your friends can get together and have little mini weave parties. Those are always fun. And you guys can put the hair in yourselves and have a lot of fun. Make sure you browse the site, fabhair.com, a lot because there's other products that you can have some fun with on the site as well. But today we're going to show you how to put this amazing 100% Brazilian virgin hair in. So let's get started. So this is what your weft hair looks like. When you're installing it and you want to make sure that you're able to put it up into a ponytail after the install, you're basically going to start on this first track and you're going to put this hair right underneath that braid. Starting with the end of your weft hair, you're going to take your needle and your thread, put it through the track, okay, and now you're going to start. So you're going to just go under the weft through the braid. So what you're going to do now when you get here is make sure that you tie it off so it doesn't come undone, because that's the last thing we want to have happen when it comes to tracks. Now when I say tracks, weft hair, weave hair, it's all the same. Hair that is on a track, weave, weft, just understand that it's all the same terminology. So this is going to be my last little stitch. Just secure that right there. And then you're going to take your scissor and cut your weft hair. Making sure, like I said, your client's hair is not in the way. Cut the weft piece. Cut the string. And then you are going to start filling in this center. Now that you have your two perimeter tracks sewn on, what you want to do before you move on, which is going to be very important and kind of vital to making sure you can wear it up and down too, you're going to take the pieces that you've put in and you are going to make sure that when you pull them up, they're nice and flat. Do not wait till you get to the end of your install and everything has been sewn in to figure out whether you can do this or not, because if you can't, it's going to be too late for you to go back and make any changes if you need to. So I know now that it's going to be able to go up into a smooth ponytail. I can pull it nice and high. Things are good, just like that. Now I know that this is possible, then I can move on. So once again, starting with the end of your weft hair, you're going to take your needle and your thread one more time, put it through the track, okay? Now you're going to start. Here is where you're going to start filling in your middle. You're going to start on this side, whichever side you're comfortable with. And if you're left-handed, obviously your pull technique is going to be with your right hand. So you're going to just go under the weft, through the braid. Same repeated motion. Because I'm at the end of a track here, I want to go around it a couple times to secure that to make sure that it's secured down. And now I can move on. No more than a ½ inch in between my stitching. Under the track, through the braid. Pulling with my left hand. Pulling the weave hair and my string as well. So now that I'm starting my one track, I go all the way around, I get to one side. Now what do I do to not have to keep cutting my track, which is something that you really don't want to do a lot of, because once you reuse this hair, it's going to make it easier, the less pieces that you have. You're going to take this track, you're going to fold it back this way, and that's why I love this hair, because the weft on the hair is very pliable, so it's easy to fold back. A lot of other extensions don't have that really good weft, and this is key to a good, when you're purchasing weave extensions, this part of the weft is key to have it really, really beautiful and seamless like this one is. So when you're folding your tracks back, you don't have a lot of messiness going on. So you're going to fold your track back like that. This is what your fold's going to look like. And now this part of the fold, you're going to go over a couple times with your thread to secure that part down. Under your track, through your braid. Same concept. But you want to treat these like you do the ends when I started it out the other time, and go over it a couple times to secure it. Just like that. And that's what your fold over is going to look like. And you're going to do it on this side, and when you come back to this side, you're going to do it again, and then you're going to fold it and come back to this side, all the way crisscrossing until you get up to the top. And then when we get to the top, it's going to be just a little bit different. So make sure you have this correct, because you're going to use it until you get to the top. And that's why I was saying it's important to do two of these perimeter tracks, so when you fold it up this way, it's thick enough that you don't feel these little knots right here, okay? That's why I was saying to you, I would let you know why we're doing two and why it's important. And this is why it's important. You're going to flip that hair up this way, and you're not going to want to feel that hair here. Okay, so you're going to go along now and go back the other way. Now you're still going to do a left hand pull technique, but because you're going back the other way, now you're pulling the hair differently. Okay? You're going to go through the track, under the track, through the braid. Just like that. Under the track, through the braid. Continuing our nice, neat stitching pattern. Okay, just like that, all the way till you get to the top. So now I'm on my other side, and once again I'm going to fold it back. I'm going to go over the end to secure it down a couple times, and now I'm ready to go back in my other direction. Usually doing an install like this, you're going to need probably 2 bundles of hair. Some people like that really voluminous, big, full look like Beyonce, and they want to use 3 bundles, which is fine, as much hair as you want to use. When your thread comes to an end, just snip it off. Start with a new thread. When you start with a new thread, you're going to go over what you had, just a couple stitches, just to secure down the end of the thread that you just ended. So this is my new thread. I go back just a little bit, and now I start on my way again. So I'm really glad that you guys are watching this today. I have a lot of experience in this field. I've been doing this for 23 years. So I'm the one that has done all the trial and error, and now I'm showing you the exact right way, so you can start off knowing exactly what you're doing, and you don't have to do the trial and error like I did 20 years ago. Once again, you're going to go back, start that process, snap it back, stitch on it a couple times, secure your piece down. Now, very important while you're doing this is to not poke your client in the head with the needle. That's why this needle comes in a curve, because as I go through the other side, it's automatically coming out away from the scalp, just like that. They do sell straight needles. I wouldn't advise for you to purchase one. Make sure that your needle comes with a curve. There's a lot of different thread out there. This thread that I'm using right now is nylon thread. There's thread, they call it cotton thread. It's a little thicker. They have blonde thread, brown thread that's going to match the color of your particular hair. Snap it back just like that. Secure the end down. One really amazing thing about Fabhair.com's weft hair, 100% Brazilian virgin hair, is that you can color it. So you can really make it any color that you want to. I turned my hair into a number 6. As you learn how to do this well, you can increase your speed, pick up on your time. Once you really know how to do this, you'll be able to literally do a braid down and install in under 2 hours with no problem. Once again, we're going to start with our new thread. I'm going to go back a little bit of where I already sewed just to start with my new thread. And now I can continue on. Snap it back and secure it down. There's only a couple of different things that you need to really get down, and once you know how to do those few things, like snapping the track back, creating the perimeter braid, it's a few key things you need to know, and you'll be on your way to creating some really fabulous weaves. When you come to the end of the track, you're going to make sure that this last little piece gets tacked down really well. So you're going to go over it a couple of times to make sure that it doesn't jut up. And now it's seamless. You don't feel anything, you don't feel the end. If you're already getting weaves now and your stylist is taking a long time to do your weave and you're sitting for 3 and 4 hours, send them a link to the video so they can, cut some time off your install. So now we have our first bundle installed, our first pack or bundle or whatever you want to call it. It's beautiful hair though, really nice and silky. You see it's shed free, there's no tangles in it, no hairs coming out. This is really good hair. And like I said, you can reuse it, so treat it nicely. Some key characteristics about purchasing really good 100% Brazilian hair is the luster that the hair has. You don't want it to be too shiny, which this Fab Hair is not too shiny. Another thing that you really need to look for is the smell of the hair. You don't want the hair to have an odor to it. And this hair smells great. And also, you want to make sure that the wefts have a nice seamless look, which these wefts are amazing. I really, really love this hair. This hair can be worn straight, you can flat iron it, you can curl it, and you'll see on the site that they have a few different textures. This texture she wants to wear because sometimes she's going to make it straight, sometimes she's going to want to give it some nice romance curls, and this is really good to create that purpose. So once again, I'm going to start at the end. I'm going to just continue to do the same thing all the way up to the top. And then once we get to the top, I'll show you how to finish it off. And then you'll have an amazing, fabulous install. So this amazing hair that we're putting in is 22 inches and a 20 inch. What I like to do when I install hair is I'll tell the client when they're purchasing to purchase in staggered lengths because it's going to give you a nice natural layering look. You don't want to do a lot of cutting to the hair. So if you purchase in staggered lengths, there's minimal cutting or trimming that you'll have to do to the hair because, like I said, you can use it again and again and again. So I'm literally just really going on one track at a time, one track right over the next, not a lot of spaces in between the tracks because when the wind blows, you want it to look flawless. And then I'll show you how to finish it off at the top. I'm literally just doing the same exact thing that I've been doing that I started down at the bottom, going to one side, from one side to another, pulling it up, pulling it Snapping it back just like that. I love my Fab Hair because it's very easy to take care of. It's really easy to curl. The fact that it doesn't tangle up is obviously a good key factor in having amazing weave. You know, it smells really good. It has a nice natural luster to it because you don't want your weave hair to be too shiny because then it doesn't look natural. You want it to have the same luster as your own hair. And her hair and this hair have the same luster. You want people to think that this hair is growing out of your scalp. Okay, I'm going to go back one more time, and then I'm going to show you how to finish off the top. We'll get really close for that so it's detailed and you can see really, really good. And as always, tack that end down. Make a break there and cut through the weft. So once again, we're going to start our last piece that we're going to put in, our last weft piece. Put the needle through the track, as always, when you're starting out. An end piece. Then you're going to go under the braid. So what we're going to do to finish this off is this side over here is going to look identical to the side that we finish over here. We've got a cut end on this side. We're going to start it on this side. See how it's nice and flush? We don't feel any lumps or any hooks or bumps or anything like that. Nice and flat. So you're going to start it on that side. This is our last piece once again. So we're going to make sure it's very, very flat because this is the part that her natural hair is going to cover over. Under the track, through the braid, under the track, through the braid. Just like that. Another thing the left hand pull technique is doing is making sure that this weave install while you're putting it in, making sure this track stays flat. That's what you really want to do, for the track to stay nice and flat. And as you're pulling, it's staying nice and flat. You don't want to pull too tight because you don't want to hurt your client. But you want to pull just a little bit of, just a little tightness, so, with a little bit of firm grip so it stays flat. No lumpy or no bumpiness. Okay. And this is where it ends. We're now at the end. What I do always when I get to the end is I'm going to go back just a couple of stitches to really make sure that it's secure. And because it's at the top, where our hair is going to cover over the track, you don't want to feel any type of grooves or knots or anything at your corners. So you're going to make your tie a little closer in. Like I said, go back a couple of stitches, and then you can cut your piece here. Make sure her hair is out of the way. Cut your weft, just like that. Cut your last little piece of thread, just like that. So now you're done with your sewing. It's nice and flat, it's very seamless. Okay, see how the hair just flows nice and beautiful? It's in there really good. You're going to go and you're going to unloosen the parts that you had secured. And then I'm going to show you how this can just go up and be beautiful and be put into a ponytail, and you're going to absolutely love it. Just like that. And she can pull it up into a ponytail. And she doesn't have to worry about any of her tracks showing. See how beautiful that is? The style that everybody's always trying to do with weaves is they like to pull it up high because they want it to look as natural as possible. See how easy it is to work with this hair? I've just been literally working with it this whole time, and I still, no tangles, no nothing, no shedding. You know, it's easy. People like to twist it around into this little knot style like this. See how natural that looks? It just looks like she's taken her own hair and just literally just thrown it up into a carefree top knot, and she can run around on the beach. You see, once I let it down, it's still nice and normal. Just beautiful. So hopefully first you watched the portion where we showed you how to braid it down. This would be the second step to doing an install, sewing, learning how to sew it in. And please click on the other videos because I'll show you how to curl this amazing hair. Make sure that when you're purchasing your hair that you get enough for the look that you want. A nice, really super natural look. You're gonna really want to get 2 bundles. If you want that big voluminous kind of vixen look and you want to be like really super, like a lot of hair, which I really like, I use 3 bundles myself. So you can of course use 3. And once again, get them in staggered lengths. So if you're going to use 3, her longest length is 22, her middle length is going to be 20, and then on the top we could have fit in an 18-inch. But she's going to wear her 2 bundles that we have here, and it looks very cute. So we'll get this all nice and styled up, so make sure you click on our other video so you can learn how to curl this hair and be amazing. Thanks for watching. Make sure you check out the rest of fabhair.com on fashion, and I'll see you soon.